Hey everybody, so today I'm going to take a look at this Motile 14-inch laptop, and Motile is actually Walmart's in-house brand. For this series they teamed up with a OEM that supplies laptops to more well-known brands and had them create their own version. The reason I wanted to get this laptop is I'm looking for a cheap machine just to put some BMW diagnostic software on there, so something for, ESIS, ISTA, and just looking at new TIS documents when I wrench on cars. So this fit perfectly in kind of what I was looking for at only $200. And for that $200, I feel like the specifications are actually pretty good. So you get an AMD Ryzen R3 CPU, which isn't anything amazing, but for basic multimedia viewing, as well as basic office productivity software, and of course the BMW software that I'm looking to use is plenty adequate. It comes with a full 1080p screen, which also uses an IPS panel, so the viewing angles are better, and you should be able to get a little bit better color calibration out of it if you do decide to try and calibrate it. It has a 128 gigabyte solid state drive, which isn't too much, but one of the things I liked about this is that it's supposed to be upgradable, so there's a second slot that you can put an NVMe drive in. So I've bought a larger NVMe drive to pop in there. 4 gigabytes of memory, which again I'm going to upgrade a little bit because this actually has a sodium port, and so it's not soldered, so I can upgrade the memory. And then additionally, I've seen also that people are saying you can upgrade the wireless card on there, so that may be something else I do in the future. So let's take a look inside and see what we have. So opening up, it looks like we have a quick start guide that says use this user manual online at walmart.com/Motile. Wow, this thing is just one page, and it just shows the layout of the laptop and how to plug the wall wart in. I guess we have a little warranty booklet here. And then looks like the laptop itself with maybe an accessory cube or accessory packaging. And actually surprising, the only thing in here is the power adapter. So the output on this guy, if you can read that, is 19 volts at 3.42 amps. So not a ton of power, thankfully. And then we have the laptop itself. So the foam seems pretty adequate, and take a look inside this plastic sheet. So here is the laptop itself. It's got some branding on the top here. If I look around the side, over here we have a USB 2.0 and 3.0 port along with headphone. It has a Ethernet RJ45 port, little locking port, and at the rear don't have much, but you see under here that there's a venting for the cooling system. And then over here on the right side looks like we have the power port, HDMI, another USB 3.0, and USB-C. So I feel like there's a decent amount of connectivity options on here. Opening up, okay, we've got a little keyboard protector, and we have the screen, some THX advertising, screen, keyboard, and the trackpad. So yeah, first impression is the keys, they don't feel terrible, they don't feel amazing, but I mean, for $199 or $200, I'm not really complaining. So this model right here is the M141, and Walmart also has a higher spec model, M142, that has a Ryzen R5 series CPU, a double size 256 gigabyte SSD, and double the memory as well to 8 gigabytes. I believe that one is something like $330. So that's also a great deal in my opinion. So it just depends on what you're looking for. If you want to start with that and not really do anything to it, great, go ahead and grab that one. Otherwise, the M141, if you want to do a little bit of the upgrading on your own, also a great choice. So here we have the unit powering up for the first time.
If you need an assistive screen reader,
So we've got Microsoft Cortana trying to walk us through the setup.
To turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in.
Okay, so here is the unit fully started up. Let's take a look and see how the keyboard backlight looks. So function F6 and F7 control the backlighting. So if I just turn the light off here, I think I have it at its lowest right now, so you really cannot see anything. But let's turn that up. So that's, I guess, first level. Not too bad. And we'll go higher. And this is as bright as it gets. So, I don't know, on the camera it might not look that bright. At least for me here, this is actually a pretty nice level for this amount of darkness. I can imagine, like in a medium light, you might not see it as well. If we want to take a look at screen brightness, that's function F11, F12. So let's go all the way down. That's the minimum screen brightness. And let's go all the way to the top. And this is maximum. So at least, you know, inside with the lights, yeah, it's plenty bright. We'll have to see how it looks outside in sunlight though to see if this is adequate or not. So I'll be playing around with this over the next couple days, see how much I like it. But initial impressions are pretty darn good for $200. I mean, the unit seems fairly solid, right? There's not like a super weak hinge or, you know, flimsiness to it. The structure of the unit is pretty solid. It doesn't feel creaky or anything like that. Bottom, it feels a little bit like plastic, but still quality. And the rest of it, definitely rigid enough. And the unit feels pretty light on its own. I think this thing is only supposed to be like 2.5 pounds, so pretty easy to carry around. I'll see how it handles getting some dirt and grime from the garage on there and how easily that cleans up as well. And then, yeah, maybe we'll get into some upgrades too when they come in. All right, thanks guys.